Morning, morning. Morning, guys. Welcome. Hi, guys. Give us a wave to let me know you're here. Grab your mat, grab your water, whatever you need for this morning's class. Morning, Sophie. Hi, Emma. Morning, Alice. Thanks for joining, guys. Come on in. So, guys, annoyingly, my music is not working this morning. So if you've got your own music or your playlist that you want to play, then please put it on. Sometimes music just makes it all much better. But so I'm really sorry I don't have my music to play you. But hopefully you'll be able to hear me loud and clear. Hi, Bethany. Morning, Olivia, Rhiannon. Hi, guys. Morning, team. I didn't complete last week. Don't know what Pilates is. Don't worry, Sophie, you'll be fine. It is taking it up an extra level from last week, but you should be okay. But it's carrying on with the same sort of core activation and strength. Morning, Shelby. Hi. Okay, guys, so I'll give you a couple more minutes for a few more people to join. So those of you that are just joining, my music is not working this morning. So if you've got your own music that you want to play, sometimes music just makes it just all a little bit better. So please put it on and put your own music on in the background. Emma meant to do a run, but legs are dead, probably from Talila yesterday, I'm assuming. So core burner, yeah, absolutely, lots of core. And today we're going to be doing lots and lots of planks, guys. So at the same time, you're going to get a bit of an upper body workout as well. So I'll give you a few more minutes. How are we doing for time? Okay. All right, guys, we're going to get going. Okay, so as I said, music, whack it on if you've got music, because it's always better with music. But my music's not working, so hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. We're going to do a little bit of activation to begin with, and then we're going to do lots of planks, lots of side planks. You've got a sore wrist. Yes, anyone that has weak wrists or sore wrists, maybe try and do your planks on your forearms instead. There is kind of modifications that you can do with your wrist, but I'm not sure what's wrong with your wrist. So maybe just try and stick to forearm planks. We are going to do some forearm planks as well as hand planks, but whenever we're doing side planks, just go down onto your forearms. You can also do lots of planks on your knees. So it is going to be tough, guys. It's going to be a tough workout. You might not be able to keep up. If you don't, please don't worry about it. It's like I'm pushing you to help get you stronger. So if it is sore, and just drop your knees, stop, reset. The brilliant thing about doing your workouts at home, no one can see you, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's get going. I'll keep an eye on the comments, but hopefully you're all good to go. All right, guys, so come and have a lie down on your backs, okay? So we're just going to pull your knees in nice and tight into your chest, okay? And I want you to pull the knees in. Try not to let the legs come up here. Really pull the ankles in towards your bottom too. And then have a little massage of your lower back into the floor. So just circling the knees, inhaling and exhaling as you circle the knees round. And then circle the other way. So inhaling and exhaling. So most of us have probably just got out of bed and we haven't done much. So we're just going to do a little bit of mobilization to begin with. So have your hands out into a T position or out wide. And you're just going to let your knees drop gently over to the right hand side. As you do that, you're going to look over to the left. Keep drawing your belly button in towards your spine. Think about twisting that left side body. Inhale, draw the belly in as you lift the knees up, over your hips, and then exhaling up and over to the left, and then you're going to look to the right. So pull that tummy in, make sure it's always protecting your lower back. Inhale, and then slowly bring the knees back to center. Extend the left leg down onto the mat. Pull the right knee in towards your chest. Grab hold of the back of the right leg. Extend the right leg up towards the ceiling if you can. If you're very tight hamstrings, you may need a bend in your right knee. Good. And then slowly extend that right leg down onto the floor. Pull the left knee into your chest. Squeeze it in tight. And then extend that left leg up towards the ceiling, activating the core, the thigh, and waking up that hamstring. Good. And then slowly you're going to bring your right leg and you're going to switch both legs in the air, pull it down. So you can have a little pull with your right hand to pull the right leg a little bit closer, but keep that right leg active. And now I want you to think about using your core to try and get your top leg, so your right leg now, pulling a little bit closer towards your chest. So you're using your core to do that. So inhale, switch, exhale, extend. Inhale, switch, exhale, extend. Pointing those toes, lovely and elegant. 3 and 2 and 1. Bend the knees. Keep the heels together, just pull the knees out, the toes together and pull the knees out to the side. And then let the toes come apart as you pull the knees out to the side, just getting into the groin, and then big wide circles with those knees in and out to the side. Good, and then circle the other way. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice. All right, guys, so bring your feet down onto the floor. So a little bit of a reminder, recap for those of you guys that weren't here yesterday. Your core is 4 layers, right? So we're trying to get into the deepest core muscles of your core. So don't worry about the six-pack. It's not about aesthetics here. It's about your deep, deep core muscles. And you need to use these core muscles whenever you're doing any activity throughout the day, okay? It's not just when you're exercising. It is very important when you're exercising, but also just when you're sitting at your desk or driving a car. Okay, so take an inhale. Exhale, breathe out deeply. Feel the TVA, what wraps around your lumbar spine, start to activate. Inhale, back and sides of the ribs. Exhale, breathe out deeply. Imagine you're blowing up a balloon, and then you can feel this deep core activating, which is your TVA muscle that wraps around your lumbar spine. It's like you're trying to get into a tight pair of trousers. Inhale, release. Now on the next exhale, start to zip that pelvic floor muscle up. TVA and pelvic floor are attached, okay? So breathe out deeply and then zip pelvic floor up. Inhale, release. Exhale, breathe out deeply, zip pelvic floor up. Inhale, release. Exhale, breathe out deeply, zip pelvic floor up. So you're zipping up from pelvic floor, and then you're trying to close and tighten this tummy. Good. Now we're going into imprint. So at the moment you've got neutral spine, which means you have a little arch underneath your lumbar spine, your natural lordotic curve. We're going to go into a lumbar, a sort of flexion of the lumbar spine, so we lengthen our lumbar spine. So take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to lengthen that lumbar spine so it's flat now on the floor. And then think about this compression, pushing your tummy down towards the floor. Then zip your pelvic floor up. Inhale, release your spine back into neutral. Exhale, I want you to tilt your pelvis underneath you as you lengthen your lumbar spine. So just have a look at your pelvis. Your pubic bone should be higher than your hip bones. Okay? And then inhale, release. Exhale, tilt the pelvis, pull the tummy in, lumbar spine is flat on the floor, okay? That is your imprint spine. We're going to do a lot of planks. You need to be in your imprinted spine in plank position. Okay, so let's go into imprint. Lift your right leg tabletop and the left leg. Now pull the knees into your chest as close as you possibly can. So use that lower belly, the space between your belly button and pubic bone, pull it in. Now you're just going to do tiny little lifts of the hips without using momentum, okay? So take an inhale. As you exhale, you're just going to lift the hips up and then slowly lower them back down. So exhale, lift the hips up. Inhale slowly. So you're not doing this, right? So watch me. We're not doing that. We are doing little lift, lower. So pulling knees to chest. Not legs to ceiling, knees to chest. Keep going. You can use your hands as brakes if you need to, but try and isolate that lower core. Breathe out. Breathe into lower. Breathe out. Breathe into lower. Keep going, guys. You've got 10. 9. This is going to really wake up that core now. 7. And 6. Try and relax the shoulders as you do it. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Back to tabletop. Imprinted. If you need to hug the knees in, you can hug the knees in. Take an inhale. You're going to extend one leg on the diagonal. Bend it. Extend the left leg on the diagonal. If that's okay, you're going to extend both together. The lower the leg, the harder it is to maintain imprint, because I've gone into a back bend, extension of the lumbar spine. You don't want to do that, so maybe you need to lift your legs up higher. So you're going to bring those two exercises in, right? So you're going to pull the knees into your chest, lower, then extend the legs. If 2 legs is too hard, just do 1, and then swap legs on the other one. So pull the knees in, extend the other leg. Pull the knees in or extend 2. Breathe in, breathe out to lift. Breathe in, breathe out. So it's a kind of quick 4-part breath, because you want to use the breath as you push the legs away and then as you pull the knees into your chest. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Keep going, guys. You've got 5 more seconds. Let me see if you're all okay. 4, 3, 2, keep going, and 1. Hug the knees into your chest. Good, guys. Well done. I think you're all right. Okay. So, core should be nice and awake, okay? It's really important to wake your core up and to activate it. You might have a strong core, but it might not be activating right. So we need to know how to use it. So you need to get into those deep, deep core muscles, okay? So important. Okay, back to tabletop. Take an inhale. You're going to exhale. You're going to extend the legs away. You're going to reach head and shoulders up off the floor into this hundreds position. You're coming to the tip of the shoulder blades. Inhale, lower head, hands, shoulders. Bend the knees back to tabletop. Exhale, breathe out, lengthen. Really think about pulling the kneecaps up the thighs as you point the toes and lengthen the legs away from you. And that lower back is flat on the floor. Pull the knees in, inhale to lower. Now this is hard, guys. If it's too hard, you're just going to come to bent knees and you're just going to reach your head and shoulders off the floor. Okay? Inhale. Exhale, you're going to reach and extend. Or you have your legs higher up towards the ceiling as you extend the legs. But work this full leg extension for me. You don't just want to work core. You want to work whole body, right? So your legs want to be strong. Your hip flexors want to be opening. And your core is absolutely on fire. Breathing in, breathe out to lift and extend. Pull it in. Tummy to floor. Inhale, lower, bend the knees. Keep going, guys. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lower. Long, controlled breaths. The breathing in Pilates is so important because it helps get to that deep core strength. It helps wake up that TVA. Breathing out. Breathing into low. We've got 3 more, okay? Keep going. You're doing so well. 3, reach it away. Remember, there's always a modification. And 2. And also, the harder option should always be challenging you, because you can always go that little bit more by squeezing a little bit more, by holding it a little bit longer. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the legs, reach the hands up overhead. Flex the feet now. Now imagine someone is pulling your legs away from your hands, okay? So you keep the length in your spine. You're going to take an inhale as you reach the hands up overhead. You're going to exhale, drop the chin to chest, look at the feet, flex the feet, active legs, push the heels into the floor. Now you're on the tip of the shoulder blades. We're going to come up 1 vertebra at a time, okay? So 1 vertebra comes up. Think about imprint, 1 more vertebra. Tuck the tailbone, 1 more vertebra. Tuck it again, 1 more vertebra. C-curve, keep that C-curve in the spine. 1 more vertebra. It's so hard to talk in this. So imagine someone is really actually punching me in the tummy. because I can't even talk properly. C curve, C curve, C curve, all the way forward, then stack your spine. So the C curve is you are scooping out the tummy, right? So you're scooping it out, you're not coming up with a flat back. Now, if that was too difficult, you can use your hands to sweep yourself up, which I'll demonstrate in the next one. Inhale, reach up nice and tall. Exhale, lengthen your lumbar spine, and then initiate the movement with that tilt of the pelvis. Each vertebra, I want you to feel each vertebra go down onto the mat. Now, don't just collapse onto the mat, guys. One vertebra, tummy in. Come on, one more vertebra. Tummy in, one more. One more. Don't collapse here. Don't collapse, don't collapse. Inhale, reach the hands up. If you need to use the hands, you're going to sweep the hands behind you and then slowly push all the way up using your hands. If you're coming up without using your hands, you're just going to use the breath to help you. Inhale, exhale, one vertebra. And again, one more. And again, one more. Scoop that tummy, one more. Scoop, one more. Scoop. Keep going, guys. Scoop. Don't let that tummy pop and go into a straight spine. You want to be in the C curve. Scoot, 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 scoop, and then reach it forward. Inhale, stack. One more time, guys. You're doing super well. So roll it back, bone by bone by bone. Confused with the breathing. So Alice, don't worry too much about the breath. Just try and get the exercise right and then bring in the breathing. So what I want you to think about with the breathing is you're exhaling on the harder part of the movement. So when you're doing your rollbacks now, so I want you to use your breathing out as you roll back. And then inhale to have a rest, to prepare, and then exhale, you go again. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, guys. Just use the breathing out on the harder part of the exercise. But I much prefer you to get the exercise right than worry too much about the breathing. Okay, the breathing is kind of the second step. But it just comes naturally to me to keep reminding you of the breath because it's so important. Okay, so hopefully you roll down and you roll back up again and you're sitting up nice and tall. Just roll the shoulders for a moment and we're just going to shake out the wrists. So I'm just going to prepare your wrists for all these planks that we're going to be doing, okay? So what I want you to do is just come and have your hands shoulder width apart. I'm going to face you for this one. And then I want you to turn your hand out, so an external rotation, and then bring your fingertips to face your knees and the other one too, okay? So now your fingertips are spread and they're facing your knees. Now, try and bring, if it's too hard, bring your knees a little bit closer to your hands. If you want to work harder, you can come up into a full plank, so like this, okay? Or you just, easier option, knees closer to the wrists. So or just 4-point kneeling, okay? Now what I want you to do is push the shoulders up to sky. Lengthen the arms as much as you can, and then slowly start to push the bum back towards the heels. If you've done these kind of exercises before and you're strong in the wrist, you can do this in a plank position. But be mindful of what the upper back is doing. So you're just letting the heel of the hand come off just a little bit, but you're really stretching out those forearms. 3. And you breathe out. 2. Breathe in, breathe out. 3. And then release. Good. Shake the wrist, guys. Give it a really good shake, shake, shake. Nice. Okay, so now you are going to get your hands and you're going to place the top of the hands onto the mat. Okay, so like this. So the palms are up to sky. Now make sure the shoulders are not behind the wrist. Bring the shoulders right over the wrist. Spread the hands nice and wide, and then I want you to push those shoulders up to sky. Okay, so really, really push as high as you possibly can. Core nice and tight. You're trying to get your arms as straight as you possibly can. Okay? Now, if you're feeling strong in that position and you want to go a little bit deeper, maybe bring your knees back a little bit more and push some more weight over the shoulders. If you're feeling even stronger, maybe you can come up into your plank position to really put some weight over the wrists. Breathing in, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. Shake those wrists. So just a couple of exercises for your wrist, guys, that you can practice. So for you guys with sore wrists, you need to just get them stronger, really, depending on whether you've had an injury or not. I'm not really sure. Okay, so guys, we're going to come up into a few progressions. So just starting in 4-point kneeling, hands underneath the shoulders. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to think about pushing and protracting the shoulders up to sky. So protraction means the shoulder blades are pulling apart from each other. Then the head is up in alignment with the spine. The tummy is nice and on, activated core, right? Extend your right arm in front of you up towards your ears with external rotation through the upper arm. So the palm is facing to the left, okay? Now extend your left leg behind you and really pull arm and leg away from you. Now you're not coming up here so it's going into your lower back. So I want you to maybe drop your left leg a little bit and really feel the core stabilizing you, okay? So you're trying not to wobble. You're trying to stay as strong as you possibly can in this position. Inhale to lower. Exhale, extend the left leg, extend the right leg. Push the chest up, extend arm and leg away from you. Tummy is pulling in and the right shoulder is drawing down away from your ear. Nice, guys. Now slowly bring it back. This is option 1, okay? So you're either going to keep going with those options, or if you want to come up to your plank, we're going to try in plank. This is advanced option, okay? So push the shoulders up to sky. Think about that imprint position. So you tilt the pelvis underneath you. Head is up. Now think about the core stabilizing you. You've got to keep that belly pulling in. Now you're going to lift right arm, left leg and hold the plank on your left hand, right foot. Stabilize and balance for 5. Squeeze the floor with the left hand. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Hold your plank if you can, or drop the knees to have a rest, and then come back up again. Shoulders up. External rotation through these upper arms. So the tricep is facing back, bicep is facing forward. Let's go on the other side. Point and reach and lengthen. Stabilize. Use the core, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower left hand, right foot, lifting up into downward facing dog. Nice. Holding here for a moment, maybe pedal out the feet. Breathing in and breathing out. So what happens when we start to take limbs off the floor, okay? So when we come to here, is that we start going over to one side, okay? So hang on, I'm doing like that. You're doing this. Okay, so let's say we're on 4-point kneeling. I'm not explaining this right. So let's say you're on 4-point kneeling position and you're here, and then you slightly tend to roll over to the right, okay? Or if you're in the plank, you'll do that and you'll wobble over, okay? So what is happening there is your core is not stabilizing you. So you need to have this wrapping and pulling in, and the hips have got to remain square, okay? So the core, the TVA, is going to help keep the pelvis square. So really think about the hip bones, because if you open the hip, yeah, it's going to bring you off balance. So try and keep the hips facing forward. So come into your downward facing dog, okay? And you're going to think about those hip bones, okay, and facing forward all the time. Shoulders stacked and facing forward. Now just bring the right hand behind you. Okay, reach it. Now you're going to roll onto the top of the toes, and you're going to bring that right hand in front of you, left shoulder stacked over left wrist, into a two-legged one hand plank. Then you're going to reach it back. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to drive it forward. Inhale, so think about the core. Think about that left shoulder. Belly drawing in. Inhale. You can do this on your forearm, guys, as well, if this is too much on the left wrist. 4. Good. Keep going. Think about imprinted spine 2. So you're squeezing and tilting your pelvis as you come into plank. 1 more. I'm all over the place with my counting today. Good. Last one, guys. Reach it away and hold. If you're feeling strong, start to reach that back leg too. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place the right hand, lift those hips up and back, or even drop the knees into shell stretch. Hold it here, guys. Let's try and do left side. Ready? Left arm coming up. I need to swap my hands over a sec. Left arm. So the wider the feet, the easier it is to stabilize. That's going to help you. Let's go. So reach it forward. Tummy on, tuck tailbone. Inhale back. Exhale, reach it forward. Inhale, pull it back. So think about rounding through the upper back, tilting the pelvis. So we've got long lumbar spines. I don't want any extension in the lumbar spine, so then the lower back takes the load. 4 more, guys. Keep going. That right shoulder comes back. Now it stacks over right wrists. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, guys. We're going to find our balance. Ready? So come forward. Lift that right leg if you can. Point the toes. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down. Drop the knees. Sit back into a child's pose. Nice. Catch your breath. Well then, guys. Do inner elbows face each other in plank. So, is it okay to do them on my fist because my pain, yes, you can do it on your wrist, but be really strong in your tight fists. Sorry, you can do it on your fists. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I want you to just look at my arms, okay? So if you can see my hands, I'm gonna spread my hands as wide as I can. I'm gonna put my index finger forward, right? So what happens in a plank is everyone tends to do this. Can you see my shoulders have hunched up towards my ears? Okay, and it's going into my neck. I've got no strength in my upper back. There's just no strength in it at all, okay? So what I want you to do, when I say external rotation through my upper arms, I want you to look at your elbow creases and I want you to keep the hands still, but you're just squeezing underneath the armpits and wrapping the upper arms round. So can you see now my elbow crease is facing you, yeah? And then I'm gonna push my shoulders up to sky and depress my shoulders down. So I'm not here, I'm here. And I'll do it from side on. So these muscles underneath your armpit, your serratus anterior and your lat, are really working to keep the shoulders down, okay? So from a side view, internal rotation, okay? So watch, my tricep is facing forward at the moment. I'm gonna wrap it round. So now my tricep's facing back, my bicep's facing forward. And then I'm gonna squeeze, depress, and then protract, push. Yeah? So I'm not here, I'm there. So really important. I hope you guys get that, okay? Because now we're gonna come into our planks. Okay, so come up into your plank. So think about what I was just saying with your index finger facing forward and spread your hands nice and wide. Shoulders over the wrist. Now push the shoulders up to sky. Find that external rotation. Step the right foot back, step the left foot back. Now tilt the pelvis underneath you. Squeeze the bottom. So watch my bottom. I'm lifting it. Now I tuck, tuck, tuck. And I'm come up into this rounding. I'm not neutral spine, guys. I'm tucking. Okay, it's better to be in a plank in an imprinted spine because then you are really protecting your spine. So you're squeezing your bum and you're squeezing your tummy. Good, hold your planks. Active in your quads, pushing shoulders up to sky. Think about squeezing underneath those armpits. Now your arms are going to take a lot here, but that's good. It's a double workout, core and arms. Okay guys, breathe. Now you're going to lower down onto your elbows. Exactly the same on elbows. Wrapping those elbows in. So think about the hands being in the same line as your elbows. Try not to let the elbows flare out to the side. Shoulders pushing up, squeezing under your armpits, tummy on, squeezing bottom. Breathe. If you need to drop your knees and do it on a knee plank, that's fine. Otherwise, keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, release, good. Okay, side plank, right side, okay? Stack it up correctly. Elbow comes underneath shoulder. Make a fist with your hand and then push the little finger into the floor, okay? So we've got this nice 90-degree angle. Now, step the feet back And then either stack the feet on top of each other for harder option, or actually let's all do left foot in front of right. So left foot in front of right, and you're gonna push, squeeze underneath right armpit. So we've got that external rotation through upper arm, lift the left arm, lift those hips high. Now don't just be in a casual side plank. I want you to lift those hips high. Feel this right side body squeezing, okay? So the space between your right rib and hip is squeezing. Lift the hips high, tummy on, squeeze the bum. Now we're gonna drop the hips straight down, lateral movement, flexion down to the floor, lifting straight up to sky. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Keep going, guys. Use the breathing out as you go up. So breathe in to lower, breathe out to come up. Tummy is on all the time. Squeezing bottom all the time. 10 more, guys. Let's go. You can always drop this bottom knee to help you, okay, if it's too much. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep going. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Onto your front. We're going to go straight onto the left side. I'm going to quickly twizzle around so I'm facing you rather than the wall. Okay, team, ready? Let's go. Stack up. Elbow, wrist, right arm. Squeeze underneath left armpit. Lifting up to sky. Again, hips are high. Now just watch this top hip is not rolling up towards the sky or ceiling. You want to have this slight rotation in the hips so that the top hip is stacked over the left hip. So you feel it in the front of your obliques rather than your lower back. Now lift, pull the belly in, squeeze the bum. Let's move, guys. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Inhale down, exhale. 10, 9, keep smiling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it, hold it. Lift those hips as high as you can. And then back to center, drop the knees. And then just come into a child's pose for a moment. Breathe. Whew. Well done, guys. Side planks are the best. They're so good for getting into obliques, but don't let it go into the lower back. Okay, so now we are going to move on to side planks on our hands. Those of you that have sore wrists, you can do it on your forearms again, okay? Because we're going to add in some deep rotation. Okay, so put your right hand in the center of your mat, okay? Index finger is slightly sort of diagonally going over to the left top corner of the mat. Good. Now you're going to bring your left foot to the left-hand side of the mat and the right foot to the back edge of the mat. So your feet are wide, okay? And you're on the knife edge of the inside edge of the left foot, outside edge of the right foot. Okay, so your feet are flexed and active. Now, wrapping that tricep back, bicep forward, squeezing underneath that armpit. Now, you're going to thread your left hand and you're going to come up onto the ball of your back foot as you rotate and look towards your right hand. You're pulling this left arm all the way around. Inhale, you're going to lift this left hand and then re-lift the hips as high as you can. Exhale, use the breath. Keep pushing the chest up. Try not to sink the shoulders down. Inhale, lift those hips, lift the hand, tummy in. Good. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. Exhale, rotate. Keep going, guys. You can do it. 3 more. Yeah, you had an arm workout yesterday. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but think how good you'll feel afterwards, right? 4 more. You're doing so well. Twist. And every session, you just get stronger. All my sessions are super hard because I want you to get stronger. You've got something to work towards. 2. Last one, guys. Ready? Twist and hold. Good. Hold the rotation. Squeeze that right oblique. Push the shoulders up to sky. If you can, extend the left arm in front of you. Breathe. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees and then sink into a shell or bring the hands back into a traditional child's pose and just breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Calm that nervous system down. Just have a moment. We're going on to the other side. Ready? So left hand center of the mat. Left index finger of the hand is slightly twisting towards the top right hand corner of the mat. Okay, right foot, the front edge, left foot, back edge. Reaching the arm up to sky. Now squeeze underneath this armpit, external rotation, tummy on. Let's go. We rotate, come up onto the ball of the foot, of the back foot. Inhale, open, lift those hips high. Exhale, we twist. We lift as we twist. So always think about your body lengthening, okay? So we lengthen here as we twist. So the crown of the head is reaching forward and we lift our chest up to sky. Come on, guys, you're doing so well. Keep going. Inhale, open, hips high. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. 4 more, you're nearly there. Let's go. Remember, you can always drop your bottom knee. You can do this with the bottom knee bent, but I don't want you to feel it into your lower back. 2, last one, we've got that hold. Ready? We're gonna hold, twist, reach the right arm forward and breathe. Chest up, tummy on. Squeeze bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down, sink into your child's pose. Nice. Breathing in and breathing out. Go from there slowly, 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 slowly. Rolling all the way up. Okay, a last little finisher for you guys. Okay, and then you're done, I promise. So we'll take out the arms. We're coming back to so we're going to sit on our sit bones, okay? So I'm going to give you a modification first, option 1, and then I'll give you the harder option. So, your hands are going to be behind you, okay? You're going to go into imprint, so watch my spine. I tilt my pelvis underneath me, and I bend my elbows to keep my shoulders from hunching up. So I want to keep my chest open. So tummy is C-curving. Now I'm going to pull the knees into my chest. I'm rolling behind my sit bones. And then I'm going to bend my elbows, sink my chest back as I extend my legs. But I want you to think about not being in a back arch, okay? You're trying to get the lumbar spine down towards the floor. So if it means you can only come to here, then only come to here. Then you're going to push up onto your hands, pull the knees back in. So as you reach away, pull in. Inhale, reach, exhale, pull in. Yeah? So that's option 1. Option 2, you're reaching the arms out, you're coming down into that lower body hold, pull knees in. So you're coming all the way down onto your lower back, but you must be in imprint, okay? Must be in imprint, really important. Okay, so let's find balance on the back, just behind our sit bones, okay? So start off on the bony bit and then roll back and then lift the feet. Tummy on, C-curving, okay? Imprint. So you're going to reach the legs and arms away. Lower back onto the floor. Now pull the tummy in, pull the knees to chest. That's 1. And go again, 2. And again, 3. And 4. Keep going, guys. You can do this. 5. And 6. And 7. 8. 9. 10. Have a moment. Good, just flex it forward with cross-legged or with straight legs. Breathing in and breathing out. Back again, let's go. Find your balance on those sit bones. Okay, roll behind the sit bones. Let's go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Pull those knees right in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, guys. Let's go. 9. Last one. 10. Cross the legs. Forward fold. We've got one more set. Ready? Come on, guys. Let's do this. Remember, you've got the easier option. You can always go just to halfway. Bend it in. Halfway. Bend it in. You don't have to do the full. Okay, ready? 10 more. Let's go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 Woo! 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Straighten the legs this time. Sitting up nice and tall, reaching the arms up to sky. Take an inhale. And then exhale, forward fold. Just have a moment in your forward fold, guys. Try and be long in your spines. If you're very tight in the hamstrings, then maybe have a little bend in the knees. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. We're just going to roll onto your tummies, okay? So I'm just going to stretch out your shoulders and your core for a moment. So you're going to lie on your tummy, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. The feet are shoulder width apart, but go into imprint, so tilt the pelvis, tummy on. And then just slowly start to lift up and opening up your core, but keep your tummy and your bum on, okay? If you don't squeeze your bum, it's going to go into your lower back. And if it is going into your lower back, just come halfway. You don't need to go all the way up. But just open the chest. Pull the shoulders back and down. Breathing in. And then slowly releasing all the way down. Good. Bring the hands out. The arms out into a sort of cactus position, a 90-90. And then slightly lift the shoulders, the elbows a little higher than the shoulders. Then you're going to roll onto your right hand. Your left hand is going to help you lift the left leg behind you and place it behind you as well. And you're really pushing your right shoulder into the floor as you open and rotate. You should feel that all the way across the right chest and right shoulder. So nice. One of my favourite stretches, this. Lovely, guys. Well done. You've done so well. Let's do the other side. Good. So up and over. Good. Really use your right hand to push you. Breathe. And then slowly release back to center. Good. Pushing up onto your knees, back into your shell. Have a moment in your shell. And then slowly rolling all the way up to your knees. Nice, guys. Well done. You've done it. So thanks so much. I'm sure that it was really tough for a lot of you, which is a good sign. It means that you're doing it right. But it can be really hard. But you did a really good job. Well done. And just keep practicing. The more you practice, then suddenly you'll think like, oh, that was so easy. I could hold a plank for ages. My shoulders are broken white. Your shoulders are going to take a lot from those side planks. Okay, that's totally normal, but it's good. It's great to build, as I said, to build strength. So just keep going. Shaking. Well done, Alice. That means shaking's good. That means you're really working hard. You're all working so hard. I love it. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Michelle. So hard. Yeah, well done, guys. We're only just starting here. This is only just the core. Actually, the core is the most important part, isn't it? Guys, well done. Yeah, you did really well. Just keep going. Remember, core strength you can do all the time. Got to work on your breathing. Yeah, so the breathing is part 2. So get the exercises in and then get your breathing. So yeah, your breathing is a bit like yoga. It's the harder part, really. Great, Berna, loved it. Thank you. Well done, Olivia. Well done, Chloe. It was so hard, but it was in such a good way. That's what I like to hear. Guys, thank you. Thank you, Cara. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Sean. Guys, well, I'll save it up onto Facebook, and I'm not here next Thursday, but I'm going to put up a video for you, and then I'll be doing another live one the following week after that. We'll probably be moving a bit more onto the glutes as of after the core, the foundation month. All right, guys. Well, listen, have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. And any questions, you know, you can always ask. I'm always here to answer. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.